Good evening and welcome to night 7 of my Game a Day series. And tonight's game is Crystal Castles on the Atari 2600. So let's get things started. And hello, all right, let's get, there we go, let's get things going. Gotta remember to turn the sound off on the computer or we hear it double and delayed and then it's all kinds of funky. Oh! So in this game, you're Bentley Bear, and you're collecting crystals in this castle while it looks like you're avoiding these very unhappy looking smiley face guys. Ah! It's like emoji people. This was originally in the arcade, played with a... Oh! It was played with a... trackball. Oh! One gem left. There. I can see how tonight's gonna go. Yep. I can see how tonight's going. Alright. So, is the sound better? Worse? Now, I could see where this would be better with a trackball, because that's what it was designed for. And it's an isometric game, so it's a little hard. Alright, so now we got to avoid these trees. Alright, and avoid the bees. Get off of me. Oh, they got me. See that thing in the middle? Looks like a plunger is a elevator so that you can go up and down levels. Hey. Whoa, come on. Come on, Bentley, get up there. It's a little slow bear. Oopsies. Now these guys eat the gems. And what's really neat is if I can jump on him when he's eating the gem, I can kill him. All right. I think they're actually called gem eaters. Because you really can't do anything in this game other than jump. Oh! Come on, elevator. Oh, right into him. Oh. He's like, yeah, come on down, let's play, have fun. And you want to eat the last gem before they do. And so there's his hat. Bentley Bear has a hat. And if you put on the hat, you're like immune. And I'm over. Again, level 1. But he does have a heck of a leap. I mean, maybe he should go out for the Olympics. And it's sad. Bentley Bear, would have been a great series of games, character-wise, like Mario or something, but Atari never did anything with him. And it's kind of sad, because now there is a homebrew game I'm looking to get, where fans have made a Bentley Bear platformer game on the Atari 7800. That's cute. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away, get away. Now, it's hard playing an isometric game on the Atari here. Like I said, it's designed for a trackball, and obviously my trackball is not working. But I don't think this had trackball programming in it. No, no, no. No, jump, jump. Not up and down. Oh, I didn't get the last gem. Oh, just jumped right on him. That's no fun. I don't know if the bees or the trees got me. Whatever it was, it got me. And to be honest, I was never really that good at this game. It doesn't look like things are... Hey! How's it going, Ty? Yeah, this was one of my more recent pickups. I stumbled across at a game store about an hour and a half from me. But everything's about an hour and a half from me. But I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at this game. If I'm not mistaken, there was an Atari 5200 version that probably would have been better with that controller. Bees. Oh, I'm just not good at the jumping in this game. And I think it's the isometric. It's hard to do isometric on these old consoles. They tried. I think they made a good game. I mean, I think it's a solid game. Oh, the ST. You know, I didn't have an ST, so I don't really know what games came out on those computers. Now, I may have played it on the 8-bit. It was probably one of the bootleg games I had. Yes, I was a dirty pirate. I pirated games back in the 80s. But they were so expensive back then, you kind of had to. Come on. Oh, I got one more. I thought I had it. Now let's see if I can get past this one. This one is so hard for me for some reason. And it's not that these guys move very quick. It's just a tough game. Oh. Yep, I have a 130XE. My original Atari computer is a 800. Our original 800 that I got in 81. Oh yeah, the Witch. And I was really into the flight simulators back on the Atari computers then. Oh, doo-doo. Went right to him. Now, I do like that when you jump the tree, he kind of like hides. I guess it's an embarrassment. Oh no, he jumped me. How embarrassing. But the elevators never... Ah. If I could get him down here. But I can't get him to stay down there. Oh. Have a good one. Let's see if I can get further. Ah, that jumping. Jumping gets me every time. Do, do, do. Oh, Lord. And they move so much faster than you do. Man, I got sandwiched that time. I just cannot make that jump. And it says 1984, but I still... I think this might have came out in 85. Only because we had the Tremels take over for Warner. And they weren't real big on the console systems since they came from Commodore. They wanted to make computers. Oh, I didn't know I was down there. He got me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay. Clear this out with... Oh! Are you kidding me? Yeah, see, if you catch them when they're eating, you can get rid of them. Skeleton got me. You know what? I should look up the scoring on this game. Wow, I had 3 trees. Oh, I jumped right to him. Hey, catch me if you can. I don't know what I was doing there. I missed that one up there. I was trying not... Oh, the bees! The stinking bees! The bees got me again. All right. Come on. Come on, eat another one. Eat another one. Eat one so I can knock you out if... All right. Don't eat one. We're going over here. Try and catch the elevator over here. Oh, come on. Hurry before you... Dun, 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 dun. See how he suddenly got greener? That's because he shares the sprite with the other one on the screen. And so that's how they got more than one character on the screen at a time, was they used a trick to come on. Alright, so I got him trapped down there. Come on, elevator, come on. Come on, take me to the top. Alright, don't take me to the top now. Take me to the top over here. Okay, don't take me to the top over here now. Are you kidding me? With these bees. Oh, the elevator never comes. Let me guess, it's only working in the middle. Oh, Lord. Oh! I kind of bogus on that one. I want to get off the first board and not die for a change. Now let's see if I can get off this board without dying. Yeah, that's a thing. Excuse me. I think I'm getting a cold. Now watch, if I get this guy, if he eats one, come on, come on. Da, 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 da. Now in the arcade game, there was a way to go. There were towers you went around, and I really didn't want to get that. I did want to get that. Come on. Eat it. Eat one. Eat one. See how he goes fate when he... Oh. If you watch, they'll go lighter and darker. See how that one... It's because they're on the same plane as one another. Nintendo kind of had the same problem with... If you watch, some of their sprites would flicker or parts of them would disappear. And graphically, they could only hold so many sprites. And these games came out later in the life of the Atari, so they did what's called bank switching. Originally, these games only had 4K of ROM. That's why they were pretty much just, you know, different flavors of Pong, and that was because they right into the bees, because that's how much they could. They only had 4K, because that's how the system was made. So they figured a way of doing bank switching. And so they would add memory to the, or ROM, to the cartridges in 4K blocks. So they went from 4K to 8K to 16K to 32K. But I think 32K came out way later. And I don't know if they were actually commercially any games were made. I know nowadays you can get games from, and yes, they are still making games for the Atari 2600. It's 40 years old, 50 years old. It came out in 78. I gotta do math. I'm not good at math. See what happens when I do math? I die. So 88, that'd be 10, 20, 30. So yeah, 40 years old. And it is still has a thriving community making stupid mistakes playing games, but making new games. On AtariAge.com, they have lots of new games you can buy on cartridge. I mean, literal cartridges. I started making one myself, but I don't know what happened to my source code. With moving and some hard drive problems with PCs, it may be lost to time. I found some early versions of the code that I had printed out, but I don't have any of the working code. Oh, I don't have any of the. Oh, I made it out of that. What? So and I was working on a 4K ROM. I was trying to keep it original. There is, I do have, I think, some video of it on my channel. Did I capture video of it? You know what? I will check the next time I die here, and I'll check my channel and see if I may have posted that a while ago. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise in the background, but Mrs. Pitfall-Jerry is in there playing Fortnite. Oops. I got them both. I thought I was going to die. Didn't think I was going to get them. Come on, Mr. Skeleton. Thank you. These elevators, though, I wish I knew how they operate. Do, 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 do. I don't know what the deal is with the witch. Maybe I should look that up. Alright, let's not get the hat, because I think I need the hat to get the elevator and get up top. Come on, mystery. That tree just does not want to get out of there. Come on, come on. Yes, Mr. Tree, stay down there. Come on, elevator. Yes! I made it off of that level. And I died right away. That might be an extra man. Hey, I'm getting further. Oh. Oh. Let's check my channel real quick, and let's go to the uploads. Actually, and this one will be back. If you're curious, I have 103 videos on my page. Oh, there it is. I will get a shareable link, and I will put that in the description. I think it'll update, and I'll put it in the chat box. So there you go, and you can see a video of a game I was making on the 2600. I am not doing so well this round. I did really well that last one. This one I didn't do so hot. So apparently when I go up and down, I go slower than when I go left and right. Okay, so they got that one. Oops, I thought he was on the inside. I saw that one. Oh! I forgot they could take elevators. Alright. I'm going to say that's it for Crystal Castle. And once again, that was Crystal Castles on the Atari 2600. It is a fun game. It's challenging, it's difficult at times. The isometric, I think, is what really throws it off. It's it was a much, I think it was a better arcade game, even though I didn't play it very well. It was a better arcade game. So ends the 7th day a game. I don't know what tomorrow night's game will be yet. Just like every night, I don't know what we're going to play and until we go to play. I usually do know about an hour beforehand so that I can get whatever console set up. Be it like if it's a Game Boy game or a Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color, it will be played on my GameCube with the Game Boy, or I think it's called Game Boy Player. It's an adapter, sits on the bottom of the GameCube. Love it. I love being able to play my old Game Boy Color, Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games on a big screen with a big controller. It really makes it tons more fun. You've probably seen I've posted a few things. I got to get part 3 of Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers for the Game Boy Color uploaded. That's actually a fun game to play. which we're going to see it, and we're going to see its big brother, the Scooby-Doo Classic Capers, on the N64. The Game Boy Color only has one of the missions, and that's the Dr. Jekyll mission. The N64, however, has the first, I believe, first 5 of the Scooby-Doo villains in a game. I'll know more about that when we actually go to that game. Thought I heard one of my cats coming in. The game is a lot of fun. And so, what else? If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, like, share, dislike, don't share. Any feedback is appreciated, and it does tell me how I'm doing. If anybody likes the series or doesn't like the series, I'd like to know. I am going to play games that are not a lot of fun and that are really, like, you're going to go, what is he doing? And that's because it's a game in my collection. So we're going to play it. There are going to be those games where you're like, what is that? Unfortunately, this is not one of them. Crystal Castles. Great game. I recommend it. Actually, if you don't already have a console and you're wanting to play these old games, and unlike me, like, I've been playing old games all day. I was on my Xbox and I played like 10 different games today. I actually did stream on Mixer for a little while with one of the games because I was setting up Mixer to stream on that from my Xbox when I play on the Xbox One and 360. I'll still be streaming on YouTube as well. Don't think I'm leaving YouTube. But so I play games all day, and I have consoles. I have all these games. If it's not something you're going to play all the time and you want to put it away and you don't want shelves filled with games, I have shelves filled with games. If you don't want all those games and everything, look at getting the plug-and-plays. They're come a long way. And I may do a video about that, the plug-and-plays. I have the one of the latest of Atari ones that's HD, has a SD card slot so that you can do firmware updates and play additional ROMs. So that gives you the entire Atari library to play. They're cheap. They're like $40-50. You can go to sometimes go to your local charity service like Goodwill or something like that, and you may find them for like $10. And that way you just plug it in, play. You got like 100 games to play. You're going to find something on there you like and want to play. Crystal Castles is actually one of the games on my Atari Flashback. I have 3 of them. I believe I have a Flashback 2. The reason I have that is because it can be modded with a cartridge slot to play games. I have not done that yet. It's one of those projects I keep wanting to get to. There is there's a ColecoVision. There's an Intellivision. I have both of those. You can go to Walmart and there's like a shelf filled with like 10 games on one, 20 games on another. Be prepared. They're kind of misleading on their advertising. That does upset me on those little boxes because they kind of advertise it like these are the greatest hits, but they're not giving you the arcade games. They're giving you the Atari games. So it's kind of misleading on that, and that's that's a foul on them. But the At Games consoles are pretty decent. Ooh, excuse me. I do like them. But if you want to play get the original console and play it, I 100% support you. As these systems age, they're going to get to a point where I'm ranting, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to say that for another night. Well, I'm going to continue my rant. Never mind. I know, I'm just babbling. The consoles, as they get older, they're going to be less and less of them because they're dying, and people go in the attic and go, oh, what is it? Nobody wants this anymore. This thing's 50 years old, and they throw it out, and they got 100 games, and it's mint, and it works, and they're like, no, and it's sad. A lot of these consoles and computers, for people like me, I'll take the time to recap it, which means replace all the capacitors on the board, and clean the system, and hopefully give it a new home. I have 3 Atari consoles. I have a 6 switcher, also called a heavy switcher, which was one of the first Atari consoles. I have an Atari 2600 Junior, and I have the 7800. I have my 7800 plugged in, and that's the one I use because it plays 2600 and 7800 games, except for a small number of 2600 games which will not actually fit into the slot. But those are very rare. But I'm looking right at it now. I love my console. I love putting cartridges in. And I get the games cheap. I think the most expensive game that I paid for was I bought a Miss Pac-Man because my copy was damaged and I couldn't repair it. It just wouldn't work. And I bought a boxed copy of Miss Pac-Man for $15. Most of my games run me between 45 cents to $5. I mean, they're not expensive games, and I will tell you, the majority of my games were $1, give or take. They're inexpensive, but there are also a lot of common games. There are games out there that, if you want a complete collection, are going to cost you money. I'm not going for the complete box. I just bought the Miss Pac-Man with the box because that's how I found it. And it was mint unopened. I opened it, and I know that there's collectors out there going, oh no, he opened it. Yes, I opened it and I play it. I play the games in my collection. I play my games. But I'm also not the collector that keeps all the cases. Like, I'll show you now. My original Xbox games are in a flip binder because I just could not. I play my games. I could not keep all those cases. I had just tons and tons and tons and tons of space being taken up by these cases. And I didn't have the space. And I don't have the space to keep all those. And my collection's growing, and I'm building more shelves now. I'm about to build a whole other wall of shelves coming up to store this stuff. It's something you have to consider. If you love it, go for it. I also subscribe to one of those subscription boxes. It's called Retro Game Treasure, and I get for the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, and the N64. Hey, Carrie. My big girl Carrie came to say hi. She likes to come hang out with me when I'm playing. So Retro Game Treasure, I get 3 to 5 games every month for either for either of those three systems, the NES, the SNES, or the N64. And my game collection has grown vastly. Now, I can switch that over and also add in Atari, which I'm not really sure I'm ready to do that one yet, because I do pick up a lot of the games locally, and I haven't really found any games. I'm not doing a complete collection. I'm not going out and buying every game there is. What are you doing over here, huh? Once again, that's Carrie. So I'm not going for a complete collection. So I go for the games that are fun. I'm going to avoid the games that I know really are rubbish. But with the subscription box, I don't know what I'm getting. And it's a lot of fun because I don't know what I'm getting. I just recently got a duplicate. If you go and watch my February Retro Game Treasure unboxing video, you'll see I got a duplicate in there. Unfortunately, that can happen when you buy a game. Right when they're boxing the game up to send it to you, there's like a week to 2 week lag time. And I think I bought it and added it to my inventory at that same time. So it happens. Okay, if you made it this long, thank you for listening to me rant. Subscribe, like, dislike, and I'll understand for this rant if you dislike. But give me feedback. Let me know how you're doing. And thank you for joining me once again for my Game of Day series. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Bye.